Hey Melissa, just a quick video to give you an overview of this process, but more so ask you this question. Do you want to actually do the deep work to ensure that your purpose is not only accurate, but also that it kind of like lights a fire inside of you and gives you the alignment that purpose naturally will give you when you've found it? Um, I'm going to quickly overview the process for you. You may not even watch this, but you may also be like, cool, Joel, thanks, but no thanks. What I've got from the conversation that we had around purpose is enough and you're good. But you may also be like, actually, this is some important work for me. So there's four videos. Uh, there's the why, like why it's important, like the buy-in. There's like kind of like what does it mean to discover your purpose, and then there's like the how you do it, like the specific work that you do to get there, and then there's what you do once you've got it. So there's four videos, and they're kind of like anywhere between 17 and 20 minutes each. And then there's work to do in between that. But I want to give you a little bit of an overview of like the actual work that you do, because I'm going to assume that you're already partially bought in. Like this could be really useful going forward. So we obviously talk about the importance of recognizing that we have an unconscious mind, and the conscious mind and what's sitting in our unconscious mind is obviously our purpose. And no wonder we don't know what it is, because it's down there or back there or in there. Um, so we want to open the door to the unconscious mind. And the way that we do that is we start to capture like what are some of the moments in your life that mattered most to you. And then once we've got those, we're going to distill down, like if we put those memories and moments through the filter of these are the moments that affected me the most or influenced me the most, what would they be, right? And you can kind of chart them. Like I've got all these like little seagull looking waves there. It's like there's this one and there's this one. And there's a along the bottom, there's like impactful at one end and there's most impactful at the other. And then we're going to capture your most impactful stories. Let me just go back. So these are moments from life. They're just like one-liners, but then we're going to capture the actual essence and stories, like what happened. Who were the key people? What were the facts of what happened? How did it make you feel? What was the impact that it had on you? This stuff is really, really important. So we're going to have like 10 or so key stories from Melissa's life. And then we're going to rank them in terms of impact. Like this one actually had the most impact on me, right through to this one, number 10, impacted me. It could be 12, could be 8, something like that. Now, out of those stories, there will be an underlying theme. And for a lot of them, not all of them, they could be quite negative themes. And you'll want each story to have its own theme. Now, you could have a story with multiple themes, but we want to do that for each and every story. Now, once we've got the themes, or sorry, if we don't have the themes, it's like, oh, I don't know what the theme is. Like, what's the underlying essence of the story? You can look to values. So there's a list of values on screen right now that can help you to identify what the themes are in each of those stories. Or you can look to feelings, which can also help us to identify the theme that sits there. And it's good to have these kind of things in front of us. And then you'll be able to, you'll recognize in that process that there's theme double ups. Like you've got this story from when you were 18, and that story from when you were 7, and that story from when you were 30. And be like, oh, it's all the same theme. And they're from different stories and times in my life. And these are what we call major themes of your life. And so we want to know what your major themes are. We want to distill them down. And you probably have like one or two like major themes. You could have 5 to begin with. And what we want to do is once we've got those themes, we want to look at the opposite, because what happens, human nature, is that whatever it is that we're experiencing, we grow, become, and evolve into the kind of person that's actually really good at dealing with that. And that is the essence or the underlying of your purpose, if that makes sense. So what is the opposite of that thing? And then we literally, once we have got like the negative aspect of your purpose and the positive aspect. We have now enough information to start to use language to pull up or pull on and get accuracy around what we would actually language as your purpose. And so we've talked about verbs. There's a list of verbs. And then there is like some supporting evidence around like your essence and your blessing and your mission when you get stuck. So it's like, oh, I'm really stuck. Like I've got my themes, I know what they are, and I've got some verbs that kind of work, but I'm really struggling to figure out what my unique contribution or my impact on others is. When you're sort of in the ballpark, like that's all we want to do is we want to get you in the ballpark, then you start drafting. And here's a to so that, which is a unique contribution so that impact on others. You literally draft that 10, 20, 50, 100 times until insert the training videos. So that's the work. It's the hard work. It's the deep work. And if it's something that you would, there we go. Actually, I'll just come back here. If that's something you'd like to dive into now or in the future, let me know, and I can send you through not only the worksheets, but the 4 videos to help you through that process. Now, just as a side note, this is currently sits outside of SOC work, and it's product and service that I charge a lot of money for. And the reason why is because when the person is ready, when the student is ready, the teacher appears, right? As the saying goes. If you're ready for this, it'll be one of the most valuable things you do in terms of your personal development. Full stop. Like it changed my entire life. It really did. But if you're not ready, don't force it. Like if you don't feel like this is work that you need to do, just drop it, forget it, and we can go from there. So let me know, is this something you want to do? And if it is, we'll do that now. And if it's in the future, just get back to me in the future. I'm not going to send you the stuff and you park it for a period of time. I think it's really important to reach out when you want to do the work. Yeah. Okay, I'll leave it at that, Melissa, and I hope this has been useful.